signing party on tomorrow night, okay? And my wife says, "Hey, you want me to go to Jacksonville?"
Yeah,
And I say, "Yeah."
No, you didn't. You're
Yes, I
lying.
did.
You're a liar. Michelle,
Yes.
2 nights ago, I told Ray, I said, look, we're not going to see each other this week. I know you're going to Jacksonville Friday night. What time are you leaving? And he said, oh, about 7:30. And I said, well, do you want me to go? He goes, maybe.
Maybe.
I
go,
I've been asking him all week if you were
Oh,
going.
what does
And
that
what
mean?
have I said? I said,
no, forget it. I'm not going.
what have I said, Michelle? I said, yes, she's going to go, didn't I? Michelle, didn't I? Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
I know he really did because I've been asking him all week if you were going. I
Yeah.
said she's got to go. It's
No.
going to be a blast.
Not going.
You have to go, please.
He told me maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You
What
know
is
what?
maybe?
I was busy. I was asleep.
You were not. We were watching TV.
We're thinking of buying this house. I'm very stressed.
Well, guess what?
What?
I'm not going to
Oh,
Jacksonville.
go to Jacksonville.
No.
You're being very unreasonable.
I learned how to be assertive. And
Yeah,
I'm not going.
she went to a seminar the other day. What is it? How to be a bitch seminar?
No,
It was
how
thrown
to
by
be assertive.
how to throw by a bunch of women.
Well, she's
A
doing very well.
bunch of women.
She learned a lot, let me tell you.
Yep, you caught me on the wrong day.
The how to be a bitch seminar.
I
My
think you
wife
need-
went.
Not to put up with your crap sometimes.
Right.
I need some help. Hold
I
on.
need to go to that seminar.
I'm gonna call here. Hold on. I need to make a call. I need some help.
Who are you calling?
Calling my mother-in-law.
Your mother-in-law.
I'm calling my mother-in-law to
It's
tell
kinda
her
dangerous,
that
isn't
her
it?
daughter is being very unreasonable.
Oh my
Kind of
god.
dangerous, isn't it?
I know. My mother-in-law hates me. I'm
Never
gonna,
call
You
her
got more
on the air.
guts than me.
I don't know what her answer's going to be.
I know.
Hello?
Hello, is this my lovely mother-in-law?
It sure is.
This is Raven. How are you, dear?
Hi, Ray.
Will you talk to your daughter, please?
Mom, hello. Hi, Deidre.
Will you
Good morning.
please tell your daughter she's being unreasonable?
Why?
Because
not being
she will
unreasonable.
not go. We're supposed to go out Friday night, okay?
Let me tell the story. You're gonna
Go
laugh.
ahead, tell your mom,
Okay.
and she'll tell you how unreasonable you're being.
Ray has to go to Jacksonville tomorrow night, and a couple nights ago I asked him, I said, honey, do you want me to go with you Friday night to Jacksonville? And he said, maybe.
And see, that means I want her to go, right?
That means no.
I would have said no.
No, Ray. No, I would have wanted my husband to say, oh, yes, I'd love to have you go with me.
Now, my mother-in-law is lying. She's a very subservient wife to her husband.
Let me guess. She probably went to the same seminar with her daughter.
Yes. Hey, you know what? My mother-in-law's got a great story. What happened? I heard you were watching your soap opera on the VCR and a porn movie popped in or something.
Yes,
What
That was
happened?
Yesterday.
What happened?
I was watching the movie. All of a sudden, I was seeing Sheila. She was on the phone.
Right, this
and
was on your
then
soap
I saw
opera.
Porno. Right in the middle of Golden Beautiful. It was horrible. So I fast forwarded, and I ran to my husband, and I told him about it.
And what did he do?
He said, I'll see, sweetheart. And he looked at it over and over again. I said, "Honey, that's enough."
So he wanted to make sure that it was, in fact, a porn movie coming over your satellite feed.
It was horrible. I don't know. Maybe he wanted to see the girl. I don't
Right.
know.
Yeah. Are you over it now? Are you okay?
Yes, it's okay.
All right. And the Bold and the Beautiful's going good?
Yeah, it was okay this morning
Right.
at 5 in the morning.
My mother-in-law watches Bold and the Beautiful, Young and the Restless every single day, don't you?
I record it when I go
Look
to
at
school.
that. Every day. And
Young and the Restless, that's a good one.
she's a teacher, too.
I sure am.
And she finally learned to like me about a year ago.
Oh, no,
No?
a year after.
Oh, a
No,
year
no,
after.
ago, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
A year after you took my daughter away from me.
When I was moving out, I'm going to tell one quick story. When I was moving out, my mother-in-law said, this is a quote, that she would rather take a gun and shoot herself than let her daughter leave with me. Didn't you say that?
I can't remember.
Yeah, you said it. She knows you did.
I can't remember. I'm like OJ. I can't remember.
Please tell your daughter she's being unreasonable. She should go with me tomorrow.
But she's not. I would've
Oh,
wanted my husband to
man.
say-
I'm getting no help at all. Fake Bodine lives with his mama.
And we like to give him grief for doing so.
Mom is upset. Elvis died.
Yeah, this is a sad day for mama, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Sorry to hear that.
She's got the shrine with candles all around it today.
Really? Okay, well, let's go ahead and listen in to the adventures of Fake Bodine and Fake Bodine's mama. Hi, Fake Bodine.
Hi, Mama.
Mama loves Fake Bodine.
Fake Bodine loves Mama.
Elvis died.
I know, Mama.
You know what to do.
Do I have to put on the jumpsuit this time?
And the fake sideburns, too, Fake Bodine.
Okay, Mama.
Give Mama a kiss. Call Mama your teddy bear.
Hi, Teddy Bear. You're so soft and squeezable.
Tell Mama You're her little hound dog.
I'm nothing but your little hound dog, Mama.
Fake pudding. Get out the candle.
Okay.
You know what to do with it. Light it. Light the
But that's
candle.
gonna burn, Mama.
Light the candle.
Okay.
Fake pudding, swivel your hips for me.
Okay, Mama.
Move your pelvis, my little Elvis. Fake pudding, Elvis.
Okay, there you go, Mama. How's that?
Fake pudding. Mama's having a gallbladder attack. Mama's trying to pass a stone. Reach in and see if you can find it.
I can't read
It passed. Thank you, fake pudding.
Yes, Mama.
Fake pudding, give Mama a kiss.
There you go.
Mama loves fake pudding.
Fake pudding loves Mama.
Ladies and gentlemen, the adventures of Fake Pudding. Fake Pudding's mama.
You're gonna work with one of the best.
Okay.
Let's welcome to the show. Is he there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hello.
I can hear him. Hello, baby man.
Whoa, hey. Yeah.
Baby man.
Yeah.
I can hardly hear you, baby man.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Oh.
Perfect.
Can you hear me? Am I up? Am I ready to go?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Hello.
He's
Yeah.
the baby man. The baby man. Yeah. The baby man acting along with Charlie. She's an adult film actress. She's appearing in Deja Vu. Let me give you the scenario. Of course, I'm the porno director.
Yeah.
I'm the king of directing. I'm the Spielberg of the porn industry.
I have to
Suck.
tell you, I'm kind of shy.
You're very. Oh, really?
That's all right.
Well, as a director, I'll have to butter you up and get you into the scene. Here's the scene. Baby man, you are a doctor,
Okay.
the dirty doctor,
Oh, the dirty doctor.
and your naughty nurse.
Oh, yeah.
Your naughty nurse who works for you and wears her nurse clothing.
Just call me Nurse Charlie.
Yes, Nurse Charlie.
Yeah.
She, even though she works for you, you have no patience at this time, and she needs you to check something on her.
Oh.
That's your scenario.
All right. Yeah.
We need to make sure that we do at least 3 different positions, and you know the rest. Baby man, you are a pro, as are you, Charlie.
Yeah.
I think so.
Baby man, baby man, and Charlie in The Dirty Doctor and the Naughty Nurse. Scene 1, take 1, action.
Hello, Nurse Charlie. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. You know, Dr. Baby Man, I think I have something wrong with me. Do you
That's,
think you could check it out?
oh, yeah. Well, I'm a doctor, aren't I? Yeah.
Well, why don't I just lay on this table right here and spread my legs?
All right, before we get on to that, just before
Oh no,
we,
but it's really bothering me.
but before we do that, could you go down the street, down to the cafeteria and get me the beer out the back? Yeah, and maybe a ham sandwich and put some light mayonnaise on it, though.
Baby man, wait, she's offering it. She's gonna lay on the table.
Yeah, but I'm a little peckish after all
Well,
my
maybe you could check my
surgeries.
left breast for me.
Yes, check her breast, baby man.
Yeah, chicken breast is something, you know. That's,
No,
maybe that's what
no.
it is, something lean.
Baby
you know.
man.
What?
No, you get to the scene. She's
No, I'm
ready to-
serious. I'm serious. I think I have something. Can I just show you?
All right, go ahead, whip it out there. What you got?
Well, I don't. Well, let me pull down my pants.
Oh, well, that's kind of nice.
I don't think I
Yeah.
can whip this out.
That's strange. See, now I'm really thinking that ham sandwich is in order, because, man, it's about lunchtime somewhere.
How about a hot dog? Do you
What's
have a hot
that?
dog?
Yeah. Oh, then you got that stand down the
I'm
street.
really
that,
craving a hot dog.
listen, lady. You don't understand. See, if and I don't get something to eat, baby man can't perform. You know what I'm saying?
How about a sausage?
How about a ham sandwich stat?
Now,
You know,
baby man, now, come on,
Foot long
she's
sausage.
ready to do her
That's
business.
what I want.
Well, I will do my business when I get some eating here. All baby man asking for is a ham sandwich and a Kool-Aid.
Well, let me feed you.
For Christ's sakes, what are we running? Some kind of slave workshop in here?
I've got fish. You want fish?
Man's got a. Oh, honey, now let's not get crazy. Baby man ain't getting nowhere near that.
All right, thank you, baby man. A fine scene. A sexless porn scene. I told you I was a revolutionary new director.
Always food on his mind. You know?
That was all you.
Thank you, baby man.
You see, the ladies gotta know what's up. That's all.
Yeah.
No.
Because the baby man, you know, they gotta know what's up. See, in order to get me all hot and bothered, you got to clean something, make me some food or something, you know? Show me that you're a woman.
Clean something.
I've
What,
got a
why,
baby
like,
wipe.
clean your kitchen?
Yeah.
Baby wife.
Wipe up around the house or something. Yeah. Do some laundry. Show me you're a woman.
She's got a baby wife. All right, bye, baby man.
I'm the baby man.
Yeah,
You can check out all my pictures at your local video store.
sure we can.
Yeah. Oh, you're losing me. You're
We're
losing me now.
losing you.
Oh, peace, love, and
Goodbye, baby man. There you go, live from his secret lair. The baby man, everybody. Program this
Yay.
Yeah.
52% of guys, 47% of women. I'll go ahead and give you half of it. They have had sex where? Hi, good morning.
In the office.
Be more specific?
Lobby.
No. Good morning. Hello.
How about your own office?
Not your own office. Mikey, no, I'm not going to let you guess. I think you got it.
I got it.
Mikey's raising his
I
hand.
got it.
I think he knows what it is.
I got
Hi, good morning.
I know.
Your boss's desk.
Absolutely. In their boss's office. I love it.
Wow.
You know what?
So that means half the
Do you
people
know
here-
the favorite place to do it is on your boss's desk?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Have
Isn't
you
that
done it there
hysterical?
before?
Have you been in your boss's office?
My husband's boss's office, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't, let me think. I don't think I've ever done it in my boss's office. Jimmy, you ever done it in your boss's office?
No, never.
Mikey?
Not in an office, but at work.
I've done it at work.
In this particular survey, 52% of men and 47% of women have had sex at work, with the favorite place at work being the boss's office. So there you go.
See, my favorite place has always been the women's bathroom.
Yeah.
You know what we ought to do?
What?
Let's call up the boss.
What does anybody here has ever had it?
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? Tom Kushek, please.
Just a moment.
Thank you.
This is his proctologist.
I'd like to go. Well, I'm actually. This is his proctologist.
This is Tom.
Tom. Hey, it's Ray and Jimmy.
Hey.
Good morning, guys.
How you doing? Are you in the middle of something?
Hey, busy, but always time for you guys.
We,
What-
we
what's
got
happening?
we got a question.
Shoot.
I just gave a statistic. 52% of guys and 47% of women have had sex at work, with their favorite place being the boss's office.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Hey. All right.
That's for real?
Yeah. And let's face it, you got this nice, cozy office. I could think of 3 or 4 places in your office. My question to you is, would that means that half the guys in the building and almost half of the girls in the building would have had sex at work? And since you're the man in charge, I want to know if anyone has had sex at work, or if anybody's ever done it in your office.
Now, is this before Jim started working for the station?
Yes, this is before.
Before. If you're pressing me for an answer, let me say there has been evidence, but before I answer, I'm going to take the fifth.
Really? And evidence of in the building or in your office?
Both.
Oh, yeah! Oh, that's
Yeah.
great. Very nice. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Have a
thanks
good
for the call.
I love it.
It happens.
Could you imagine coming into work and looking at your office and going, Jesus, what are those panties doing on the floor?
Oh, I never thought you'd hurt me. I guess you live in love. Then when you play with fire, you're bound to get burned. I've been mistreated. I've been used before. I get might come back for more, but I won't cry no more, 'cause the tears are all in vain. We can pick up the pieces, start it all again. Let's just get back to the way it was before, 'cause girl, I can't take anymore. Baby, don't treat me bad, but this could be the best thing that you'll ever have. Baby, don't treat me bad. You can do anything, but baby, don't treat me bad. Don't treat me bad. Oh, I gave it everything, but you threw it all away. I can't take any more of these games that you play. I've been through heartache, and I've been through pain, and it's hard to believe you still treat me this way. But I won't cry no more, 'cause the tears are all in vain. We can pick up the pieces, start it all again. Baby, let's just get back to the way it was before, 'cause girl, I can't take anymore. Here we go. Baby, don't treat me bad, but this will be the best thing that you'll ever have. Baby, don't treat me bad. You can do anything, but baby, don't treat me bad.
Oh, yeah! Okay. Hey, that was fun.
Oh, this is so wonderful. I've waited for this for so long.
Our honeymoon is just the way I imagined
Just us here alone. Oh, I just wish we could just cherish this moment forever.
Hey, gang, I'm Radio's Sean Bellent.
What the hell?
Now you can save those honeymoon memories for a lifetime with Intimate Moments Photography.
Get out!
Let's face it, Guy, she's never going to look this good again. Might as well get it on film.
Well, now that's a good point.
What?
Absolutely. Intimate Moments Photography uses only the most professional photographers, only the best print paper.
I'll just set up the camera right here.
And what camera are you using today?
Well, Sean, I've brought the Home Best 110 no flash disposable.
Excellent. Well, in that
There is
case,
one
we
other
better open these
participant
curtains
in the
and let some
conference.
light in.
But I'm indecent.
Please announce
Hey,
yourself.
don't be so hard on yourself. You're fairly decent looking. I like that supple ass. Okay, then, let's get on with the show.
George, are you going to do something?
Hey, George, why don't you stand on the bed like that?
Hey, now, what?
Is that light good?
Great, Sean.
And if you'll just take this, ma'am, put that right there. There you go.
Hey, wait a minute.
No, just go with it.
What? I can't believe this is happening.
Hey, a real chatterbox, huh? Why don't you take this and there you go. You know what to do.
These are going to turn out great.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe it.
Come on, give a big smile.
I am sorry.
Okay, and a couple for the parents. Wave to the camera.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, I caught one in midair.
Nice going. We'll use that one for the center spread.
Well, Sean, if we did that, it'd be out of order.
Good thinking. Best to put that photo at the end. Remember, when you want your most private times crystallized on film forever to share again and again, think of Intimate Moments Photography. I'm Radio's Sean Bellent.
Hey, kids, what time is it?
The alarm clock screams and there's a cat butt in my face. I don't want to get up, face the human race. I take a shower, I take a pee, I drink some coffee, watch some TV. But nothing seems to keep my eyes open, nothing seems to get my blood flowing. Called up a friend of mine and asked what lights a fire under your behind. He says he spells relief, R-A-Y-L-Y-T-L-E. Have no fear, the gang's all here, so clean out your ears for the morning disaster. They got gas and brass and testes and rock and roll piled up to the rafters. There is cure, but they'll be your favorite podcasters. And it's Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster. And it's Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster. I took my friend's advice to heart. I bought myself an FM radio. Now every weekday starts with a visit from the Morning Disaster Show. And now I spell relief, R-A-Y-L-Y-T-L-E. Have no fear, the gang's all here, so clean out your ears for the Morning Disaster. They got guests and breasts and tests, these are rock and roll piled up to the rafters. They're really immature, but there's no cure, but they'll be your favorite podcasters. It's Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster. It's Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster.
Yes. And here we are again. Welcome, everybody. It is Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster. I'm Ray, along with Nick Talk. I'm sorry, along with internet sensation,
America's sweetheart,
global internet sensation, Nick Talk _78. It's good to see you, my friend. We are here
Hello,
on a hump day. Hump day. We are here, and no Nikki. And what a shock. What a shock. I did have contact with Nikki. She's sent me a she sent me a picture of her ankle wrapped.
of her gangrene foot.
Yeah, I don't know what I don't understand what happened. I don't know what happens to her. I literally
she got a nice get well card.
Yeah, I saw that. And one of our I think it was Brent put a get well card to Nikki from all of the listeners. I thought it was very nice.
It was very sweet.
Yeah, she says, I tore a tendon in my ankle. I'm getting ready for a pain shot. I'll be sleeping. I've been in the ER for 7 hours. Of course, that was 2 nights ago. And then I sent her a message just going, freaking Nikki. And I sent it yesterday. And then she goes, I can't help it. I'm on a lot of drugs. Otherwise, I do the show, but I keep falling asleep. Okay. So now it's 24 hours later. 24 hours later, still no Nikki. I'm thinking she intentionally injures herself to keep from doing the show. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I think might be happening with her.
It's a good theory.
Right? Because she's never around. She can't wake up. But then again, I think if we did the show at 4 p.m, I don't think she would be, you know what I mean?
She'd be in her middle of her afternoon nap.
Yes. I think she would be finding ways to not do it at 4 p.m. either. So Nikki is injured. By the way, the Morning Disaster is brought to you by our friends at Recontex. A proof isn't a performance. Head West Substops. Let's thank them as always. Let's thank our friends over at Hendricks Home Furnishings. Simply CBD, which I love. I'm so happy that Simply CBD is back, you guys. I cannot even tell you. I use CBD balm every single day, and I take CBD oil. You ever taken CBD oil, Nick?
No.
Listen, what it is
I have not.
it's it is exact. It's an oil, and you get a little dropper, and I take it, and literally, there's nothing you could take it in many forms. There's a little edible things. There's gummies. There's all kinds of stuff. I literally take a dropper. I'll have to bring it over one morning, so it's literally like 20 feet behind me. I take a dropper and just put it in my mouth and drink it, and it helps with anxiety. It helps with pain. It makes you feel better. I love CBD oil. I'm a huge proponent of it, and I get mine from Simply CBD. They have 2 locations in Springfield.
They have location right on Wabash, and it's basically on the old Wabash curve. It's right there, just near the old Show Me's. It's in a Junction Circle, which is right. I don't even know how to describe that. It's right on the corner of Wabash and MacArthur, but it's off of Park Street, which is actually a block south of Wabash. You're crazy if you don't go there. And then, of course, they got the new one at Sangamon Center North. There's the brand new Simply CBD, which is nice as well. And you can get all your different CBD products there. And like I said, I love it. I have damaged knees that both need to be replaced. And I was told that I wasn't going to walk anymore, that I was going to have to use a wheelchair or a motorized scooter. And then I tried CBD oil because I had met them from Simply CBD, and I met Jane from Simply CBD, and she gave me some, and I said, well, let me just try it. And it dulled the pain. It dulled the pain enough to where I could go work out. That's when I started going to Fit Club. So,
oh wow,
I use my balm and stuff just so I can get, from the car into Fit Club. And that's how I was able to start working out. And then I lost enough weight to where I can move around a little bit easier. But I'm telling you, that's what started it for me, was using the CBD oil. And I know there are people out there that have never tried it. You've heard about it. Trust me, CBD oil works. So I'm very happy to have them on board because I love their product. They are super nice people. And, it is fantastic to have them on. So welcome Simply CBD. Also, Core Installation. Corey now has wipes for the pandemic. She has those sterilized wipes that you guys can use, and she's got them really cheap too. Over 300 wipes for less than $10, and DTE Technologies as well. Let's welcome Rob, who had an idea yesterday of having Doran hold his. The idea was to have the attractive people hold up a sign of his logo. I don't know if that meant he had a problem with.
I already do that just digitally.
He wanted the logo to be held.
I don't know what more he wants.
When he called the show, he was suggesting the holding of logos by attractive people. Doran was the only one he mentioned, by the way.
Extra expense.
Like Doran was the only attractive one. I mean, come on. I'm not that old. I'm not that unattractive. I got to bring something to the table. Yeah. So Rob suggested that yesterday. I see Rocky is on. Hey, Rocky, how you doing?
Not too bad. How you doing?
I got a TikTok. Okay. And I'm trying to figure. I'm not like internet sensation Nick Talk, where every video I do is praised by millions. No, I'm trying to learn.
Like millions now? Seriously?
No, I think Nick's got.
No, it's not.
You have tens of. You'll have tens of thousands though. I've seen some of your videos. I've seen all your videos actually. You'll have thousands watching your videos. Look at him being Mr. Shy.
Let me take a drink while I'm being praised.
Yes, let me. Exactly.
That's right.
Missed a pinky up opportunity.
I noticed
Victory sip.
Yeah. So, but I did.
Pinky up.
So I did a TikTok, right? And somebody goes on a TikTok and they go, "Okay, boomer."
I thought that was funny.
And I'm like, "Son of a bitch, okay, boomer? What? Like I'm some kind of I'm some kind of 80-year-old." Yeah. And I couldn't understand. I'm like, really? Seriously? You're going, "Okay, boomer"?
It was one of the most benign comments.
Thank you. Yes. I didn't understand it.
Okay, boomer is a little weird now because that's something a young person on the cutting edge of the new stuff would say, but it's too old to say now. So who's saying "okay, boomer" in September of 2020?
Go girl.
The person that was saying "okay, boomer."
Yeah, but you go girl isn't insulting somebody's age and out of sync with the times. I mean, somebody literally making fun of somebody by being out of sync with the times, using an outdated phrase. I mean,
it's a phrase that's just being thrown around. for no reason.
Right.
And the person
Yeah.
that said, "Okay, Boomer," they looked older than me. I was like, "What the
Right.
fuck?" And I'm not that old. I mean, I'm old, but I'm not that
Like,
old.
okay, Boomer, really? You cray cray. Go back to all the phrases from
It
3
was
years ago.
nuts. It was nuts. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And I got it on TikTok, and I just did a quick thing. It wasn't even, I'm not even making I'm not making videos like Nick. I mean, Nick's doing funny stuff. I literally made just a quick thing, and I'm trying to think of what it was. I was just
You were talking about how Trump doesn't talk about his grandkids.
I said, yeah, President Trump is over 70 is over 70. I said, how many people over 70s do you hear not talk about their grandchildren? That's I mean, that was my only point.
Wow, I found a positive thing about Donald Trump.
Mhm.
Pretty late in the game, but
Well, no, but I'm
I
saying
can get into that not talking about grandkids.
that was my point was, I mean, what person over 70 doesn't show up about everybody talks about their grandchildren when they're over,
Yeah.
70 plus year olds, they talk about their grandchildren. And so I was saying, I've never heard Trump talk about them. So it wasn't pro or negative. I mean, I guess it was sort of anti-Trump, but
He doesn't even acknowledge his own children.
Yeah,
So it really
that was my point. It's
shouldn't
like
be surprised he doesn't.
he doesn't even acknowledge his grandchildren. That was all it was. And the person attacked me. Some kind of pro-Trump person was like, "Okay, Boomer," and I'm like, "What the hell? I wasn't insulting anyone."
Oh, a Trump person? Oh, you can't be a Trump person and say, "Okay, Boomer."
Yeah. Well, I think
that doesn't even. Wow. Okay.
Like I
now
said,
we're just silly.
I think the person who said it was older than me.
Right. Okay. I didn't hear the first time about it being somebody pro-Trump. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it was nuts. It made no sense. it was crazy. So that was my foray into. That was my foray.
Did you tell them, homie, don't play that?
Homie, don't play. I was using my best phrases from In Living Color.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let me show you something.
I might have to give up with TikTok because I think all my humor and stuff might not be understood. I'm too old. But however,
Well, it's a certain kind of humor. It's like a rapid fire. It's
Yeah.
a visual too. A lot of visual.
Nick does this thing now where he puts on a wig.
That wig's on a lot. I've seen.
He puts
that wig's on a lot.
Yeah, he puts on a wig, and
Somebody likes that wig.
He's talking to himself, and he's having. I don't even know how he does it. He's like having a conversation. He's like, "This is my first date," and it's him talking to himself. But they're funny. I mean, they're just so stupid. I mean, no offense, Nick. They're so stupid. They're
No,
funny.
they're meant to be stupid.
My favorite ones are when he walks from off screen to on screen drinking a cup of coffee, and then he imparts wisdom upon everyone after saying, "I'm America's sweetheart, Nick Talk _78," and then he just lays out some bit of knowledge, and those are my favorite ones.
Oh, now see, I don't hear them a lot. That's my thing. I only see a lot of them. The one with the "get the F off my lawn,"
and
the one with the no phone or computer in the bed, and so the kid gets taken out of the bed instead of the computer.
Yeah, no, those are
the real quick visual ones. Like
Nick, what's the one? What's the one where you walk on and impart wisdom? I don't know if you remember it, but that was.
Well, I did one yesterday about not having to get out of one of them escape room.
Yes. All right. I like that. Here, listen to this one, Rocky. All right. He walks on camera and he's drinking his coffee, which by the way, I loved when he was drinking gravy, but that's just me.
By the way, countdown to Doran, T 25 seconds.
All right.
Continue.
So he was drinking coffee and he walks on, he goes, "I'm America's sweetheart, Nick Talk." And then you go ahead and give your knowledge, Nick.
What was it? The easiest way to get out of one of those escape rooms is to yell, "I have diarrhea," really loud. An employee will come and let you out really quick.
I thought it was funny. And the whole thing was like 10 seconds. But the best thing is he walks in with a cup of coffee like he's going to impart
the grandest bit of wisdom that anyone can give. And then it's a stupid, it's a stupid diarrhea thing. So I think it's hysterical. I just can't do that, because I'm a boomer.
The address isn't on the bottom of the screen. Nick, what is it?
NICK.
NICK underscore
TI. It's NICK
underscore 78.
Yes.
There we go.
And that is,
There we go.
yeah, he just
Hold on.
changed it. Yeah. So if anybody wants to follow Nick on TikTok, go to NICK TOK _78.
Oh, I thought there was an underscore between the two words.
Nope.
Like I said, there's 77 other ones that aren't as good. But
You would like the diarrhea one the best. No surprise.
I love Nick. I love Nick's TikToks. My TikTok, I only follow a
Best
hand.
jokes are poop and fart jokes.
I literally only follow like
No, they're not.
like I literally only follow like Nick. I follow some other guy. I don't even know how I ended up following this one guy. I must have clicked something wrong. And I follow Nick. So I love his TikToks. That's
I'll have to share some of the ones that I watched and I really like. I think you'll like them too.
Yeah, I enjoy it, but I would like to do a funny video, but the amount of work that has to go into that just seems it just seems like there's a lot of work.
Well, it's like I said, it's video, so I don't know. It's a lot of video type, imagination and production and know-how.
I don't
so
know.
yeah,
I
you're
think
out.
the most I've spent, I think, has been probably 45 minutes making a video.
Yeah,
And that's if I put a lot of effort into it.
I don't understand how like Nick has edits and all kinds of stuff in his videos. I can't even.
You don't understand edits. That's why you're not going to be making the TikTok.
I don't understand. I can't even like they have this thing called a duet that Nick does, where someone is duetting or someone's on one side of the screen saying something and you're commenting on it. Somehow I'll see Nick doing it and you hear his microphone. If I try to record one, I can't hear my microphone. So
Are you using an Android?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird with Androids. What I have to do is there's a feature on there where you can overdub. So I'll record my voice while the video is playing to match up with what I just said.
That's bizarre. I'm not.
It is bizarre.
I'm not dubbing. I'm not going to be dubbing anything. Fuck TikTok and they're dubbing. I'm not dubbing. I mean, what do they want me to do?
I was able to have my voice before, but there was an update where they took that feature away for Androids. I don't know why.
Now I have to lip sync in order to do TikTok. I'd rather just watch.
There's a lot of lip syncing in TikTok.
There's so many features you can do and things like the split screen stuff that you can do with just like clicking a button. I'm from the days of video editing when we had to do, I still do all that stuff like by hand. It's like, each little thing by like manual, it takes like so long to make a video. But I'm sure there's like a feature or something that I'm not seeing that I could just click and it does all that stuff automatically now.
They have these one videos on TikTok where these people are wearing like ratty clothes and they've got shoes and they're throwing their shoe up in the air and then they're catching it with their foot. And when they catch it, they're completely clothed. They're dressed differently. Could you produce something like that?
I did a 25-minute video on YouTube arguing with myself in split screen over like who's better, the Beatles or the Rolling Stones or the Carpenters versus Rage Against the Machine, Kiss with or without the makeup and all this kind of stuff. And I literally made one video and there's no edits in it. I made one video, watched it like 20 times, tried to memorize what I said, and then made the other video and argued and did all this stuff like manually, like old school stuff. So I don't know about the feature, the duet feature or any of that stuff.
Seems like a lot of work.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
I don't.
Something you wouldn't be interested in, right?
No, I don't. How dare you?
No, Adobe makes a great app called Premiere Rush.
See, I have Premiere, but not Premiere Rush. I have Premiere and
Yeah.
it has the some kind of instant movie feature. I don't ever use any of that stuff because I'm just so used to doing everything manually.
Well, don't you just make
I'm old.
don't you just make TikTok on your phone?
I
Isn't it?
was making videos back when you had to hook up 2 VCRs together and keep hitting pause.
Don't you just use your phone? Isn't that? Do you just use your
Yeah,
phone, or
I
are
use
you
my
using a
phone.
desktop and uploading stuff? Or
It depends on the video. Like the one I did for the Napoleon Dynamite one that I did, I uploaded to my computer and did on a video editing software because I had to remove the audio in certain spots.
so then you.
That didn't take long.
How do you put that on TikTok? You
I just re-download it to my phone. I save it to my desktop, and then put it on my Google Drive, and then download it from my phone, and then throw it up there.
and then TikTok will let you upload something. This is how bad I am. I don't know how.
Yeah.
any of it works.
Do you make videos within TikTok or do you make the video on some other kind of
Oh.
editing thing and then just upload it to TikTok?
I have different. I do it through TikTok, and I have a couple other video editing softwares apps on my phone for whatever.
So you leave TikTok, go to the app, and then put it back on
Yep.
TikTok.
Yep.
I don't get it.
That's another thing too. I tried editing videos on like a phone with those little. I can't.
Rocky,
I can't.
Rocky, you
that
should
phone
join.
Gets dropped. I just drop. Just gently
Rocky,
place the phone down and walk away.
you should join
Well,
TikTok.
I've got a Galaxy Note 10, so the stylus that comes with it is very helpful when.
Oh, okay. See, I got iPhone, and it's all thumbs. It's like no,
I
that's
got
not
a
going to work.
I got a stylus. I never use it, but I have a stylus. Rocky, you should get a TikTok. You should get one and try
Well, I
it.
want to come up with. I want to watch some more, come up with some ideas before I, because this isn't the kind of thing you want to kind of launch with a few videos. You don't want to just kind of.
And
not have. I don't
with,
know.
Like if you're gonna talk to yourself and you're not gonna like change clothes or costume or anything like that, there is a feature in TikTok where you can. It's called invert, where you can invert yourself so you're looking like you're on one side.
Oh right, yeah. See, I have to flip
And
the. Yeah.
That one's real easy to use.
See, I'm on YouTube. I don't want to compete with Nick. I'm on YouTube.
All I know is that I tried to do a
I
TikTok
have
video and
3,000 followers.
I was called a boomer. I was called
Oh, for God's sake.
I was called a boomer, and
We're very sorry, Ray.
if I look like Doran, if I look like Doran, I bet I would have a bunch of views. You know what I mean? If there was something about me that was attractive or standing out, and I mean, and I'm not saying this about, I would say this if she was here, but there's a lot of MILFs on, am I wrong, Nick? There's a lot of MILF action on TikTok.
There's a lot of everything.
Yeah, a lot of attractive women dancing for some reason. There's a lot of dancing going on, and they're always like, "I'm a hot MILF. Look at don't you think I'm a
I've
hot
seen
MILF?"
some incredible videos on there where people will like peel their face off, or
Oh yeah,
they'll move their arms and the whole background will change. But I mean, there's just really a lot of imaginative stuff. But it's the whole like 15-second. I've done that. Radio is all that. I'm not done with the 15-second stuff.
And a lot of them will show you the tutorial on how they did that, and it seems actually pretty easy when they do it.
I like the. There are some kids that are actually doing comedy that are really funny. There's this one. I think it's a teenage. I think she's a teenage girl or her early 20s, and she puts on a wig and does a whole character, and I mean it's really inventive. And then there's just stupid stuff. I mean, just people that have a stupid phrase or whatever, and they put it together and it works. I mean, TikTok is a select thing. They're all short videos, but like I said, I like the ones that Nick does where he walks on and goes, "I'm America's sweetheart, Nick Tack _78, blah blah blah," and he imparts wisdom, and then he walks off. It's funny. It's sort of it's an angle, you know what I mean? There is something there's something there. Like I think that would reach a mass audience. What's the biggest video you've done so far, Nick?
The biggest one was that one I did with A Star Is Born clips.
Those are funny.
With Lady Gaga. I was in the car. That That one's been viewed 2.2 million times and has been liked over 230,000 times.
I like the one where you were calling her Lady Gaga.
Gaga.
I thought that one was funny. Yeah, but wait a minute. That you're saying that the video that you did with Lady Gaga was over 2 million people
Views.
watched it. Wow.
I still get notifications of people liking it.
That's pretty cool. Good for you.
But the night that I posted that, my phone just would not stop buzzing.
Did you have to turn off the notifications?
Yeah.
You're very
I
famous.
put my phone on silent.
I don't know if TikTok is like YouTube, but once like a video blows up like that, it's like it's like what's the word? It's
viral.
Oh, it means that it just keeps coming back. It's like since the video is so big, more people are going to see it, and exponential. It grows exponentially on top of it, and it's just like it gets bigger and bigger.
And that has to do with their algorithm.
Right. Yeah, like I said, I know TikTok was like that, but YouTube's definitely like that, where it's like the bigger the video, the more people that are going to see it, and then it gets even bigger. And meanwhile, the video you put all the work into has got 200 views.
I know that's what's the biggest number.
That's the stupid one where you're sitting there. I'm sitting there talking in some stupid video, and it's like the biggest one.
Like the one you really like, the one that you really want to.
The one I put all the work into, the split screen thing. That's like 300 views.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. The one you want to have the most views is like hardly.
People probably started watching it with Mr. Records getting Mr. Fancy Pants. Click.
Yeah.
Unlike.
Yeah. That's my whole life. That's my whole life. Like all the amount of
It's
time.
like it's like going out and getting a kid a Christmas present or a birthday present. You had to go 17 different play, and you get it for them, and they just want to play with the box or something.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I've been there. I just like, for example, Disaster. I would do a bit that we would take all this time on. It would have a witty line or two. And what everybody remembers is Bodine interviewing George Takei. That took no time at all, no prep. An idiot walks in the studio and goes, "Who is it? The guy that played Sulu? All right, I'll talk to him." And then boom, that's the bit that everybody remembers.
Right. All the things we wrote and whatever, and everybody remembers some random kid that calls up and says, "I want to put it in Jim like a knife through hot butter."
That's what
the
TikTok
takeaway
is
line
today.
from the entire show. Well, Nick's gone; he's out.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
Oh
no, that's the takeaway line that everybody remembers is that just like Nick, no matter how much work has gone into his stuff, the one they remember is the one with him and Lady Gaga.
Well, that one sounded like it took some work, though. I mean, if you're doing edits with film, movies and stuff.
It was funny. I mean,
That one only
I don't think I've
took
seen that
about
one.
45 minutes
Yeah.
to do.
It's just because Nick is. I mean, no offense. I mean, I love you, but you got an interesting look. There's something about you that is like if I was casting a sitcom, I would cast Nick in a sitcom because there's something about his look that is not like my look. I always look like
He has a funny face.
No,
it lends itself well to comedy.
Yes, it does.
Like, okay,
That's what you're saying.
For example, I look like I'm up to something. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but I look like
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
up to
you
something.
do.
Yeah, I look like
Too ugly for drama, but good enough for comedy.
Rocky looks like he's Rocky. You also look like you're up to something. We don't know what it is, but you look like you're up to something.
Yeah, it's been a real problem. I don't have a poker face at all. Speaking of Lady Gaga,
Nick,
that's been my biggest downfall. No poker face. And there's been times when it really would have helped.
Nick has that. Nick has that look like I like him. I trust him. I like him. It's just
That's the ones you got to watch out for, by the way, if you ever watch documentaries.
he's the guy that'll steal all your money. Doran, I want you to look
Oh,
at Nick.
sure, steal all your money. That's what I was thinking.
Stay away from that type.
Oh, more of a serial killer, but stealing money. Okay.
He's the one that'll steal your house and your savings and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not that dumb anymore. Learned my lesson.
Well, no Nikki again, everybody.
Have you heard from her? Have you talked to her?
Yeah, she sent me a message saying that she tore a tendon.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that's what happened. And
By the way, I've been holding on to this joke for like 5 minutes. Somebody way back in the chat room when we were talking about styluses said they had a stylus in their pants. That would mean that you have a needle dick. Anyway, continue. Trying to finally get that out.
It had to be listener Brent. If it was anybody,
I
was
think
it Brent,
so.
Nick? If anybody would make that joke, it's Brent because he would make the joke without thinking it fully through.
Right. That was an incredible little get well picture that was drawn.
That was
That
funny.
was hysterical.
Yeah,
That
Nick drew a get well card. He drew a.
Well, that wasn't me.
He drew a. I'm sorry, Brent drew a get well card for Nikki, and that I shared yesterday.
If you haven't seen it, you need to see it.
Yeah, it's
pretty
up on
funny.
the Morning Disaster page, but I also shared it, and it's pretty funny. Just because it was drawn with crayons or whatever, and
like kid markers, like Crayola markers. Yeah,
it really
I'm
works.
sorry. Could Ray repeat that one more time? I didn't hear what he just said. It was drawn. It looks like it was drawn with what?
It looked like it was drawn with crayons and markers, or
Okay.
I can't even.
I thought you were one of those cranes people. I thought you just said
Oh,
cranes.
no,
I'm like, surely Ray Lytle is not one of the cranes people.
No. Do people say cranes?
Yeah.
Crayons.
You ever heard one of those
Crayons.
people? Crayons or whatever.
Crayons. Yeah, crayons.
No,
They're not.
Oh, my mind was blown for a minute.
No,
I'm like, wow.
I do pronounce things
I
correctly.
knew you grew up in Gillespie, but damn.
No, it says, "Dear
Thought
Nikki."
there was some Chicago in there too.
He says, "Dear Nikki, we're sorry the bed ate you. Get well soon. Love the chat room." And it's a picture of Nikki. It looks like she's been attacked by the bed. I can't even describe it. And there's blood everywhere.
It definitely looks like a kindergartner drew it.
It's funny. It's very funny.
It is
I'll
funny.
give Brent credit. It's one of the funniest things I saw yesterday. By the way, a couple things that I put up on Facebook that got people going was I went to the Drudge Report. You guys know what the Drudge Report is, right?
Yes.
It's one of the places I go
it's
and
something that you definitely want to post to your page.
Well, I went.
By the way, with no link, just the photo.
Well, yeah.
No accountability.
Well, no, but I put the headline up. I just actually screenshot the whole thing.
Right.
I go to the Drudge Report, which is one of the news sites that I check, and they did a thing about the president having a mini stroke or something. And by the way, they never said he had a mini stroke. They just said president denies mini stroke, sent him to the hospital. That came up from a book. There's a book that's out that says and all the book says is that the president a couple years ago, something happened. They never made public that they put Mike Pence. They told Pence, you got to go. I don't even know what it is, but there's a whole thing. Pence was supposed to go somewhere, and they stopped him from getting on his plane. And they said, you have to stay back because you're now on watch. Because if something happens to the president, you're going to have to take over. All right. That's what the book's about. The book reveals that there was something that happened to the president, a medical thing that happened that involved him
So a mini stroke would be, are they suggesting he had like what's called a TIA?
That was the talk. The talk is like, what would cause him to do this? And they're like, maybe it was a mini stroke. And so, although no one said mini stroke, but here's what it was: is this rumor started going out, okay? And it was a New York Times reporter is the one who wrote the book, and he's just saying we don't know what it was, but something happened that caused Vice President Pence to be put on watch, okay? And so immediately President Trump sends out a tweet that goes, I don't care what they say, I never had a mini stroke. No one had said mini stroke until he said, I never had a mini stroke. So that is why it was a story, because no one had mentioned mini stroke until he did. And then
It's like it sounds like a PG version of the golden shower tape. Like a rumor starts, it's kind of like whatever, and then he blows up denying it.
yeah, it's
And
it's
makes it a big deal. Sure.
when they first had the thing about Stormy Daniels, they were like, the president did something.
Who leaked that story anyway about the golden showers?
Tom Arnold.
Oh,
It was-
Tom Arnold leaked the story
That was-
about the
that was-
golden showers?
yeah, it was
That's
Tom-
just yellow journalism, is all that is.
That was
A
that
steady
was-
stream of this is all we've had.
honestly.
Really starting to piss me off.
That was, you see, now I appreciate taking time to write those. No, but that was Tom Arnold who was.
I did not write. Yeah, I sat up all night with that one. Those poor ridiculous
Coming up
lines.
with your urine.
Yeah, I didn't even get to do the urine one.
Yeah, you're in luck
Yes.
because Tom Arnold's looking for the P tape. No, so that's why it was a story, is because there's a book coming out, and in the book they say that the president had a medical episode. Whatever happened, they put Mike Pence on watch, which could have been anything. And so the guy's book says, it just says, it doesn't even give what it was. It just said something happened and the White House will not come clean and say what it was, because usually in these cases after the fact, they say, oh, well, here's what it was. The president, I'll give you a famous one, was Gerald R. Ford. He somehow hurt his ankle or something. And they had ended up going to Gerald R. Ford and saying, or they ended up saying, the president hurt his ankle, and then they put it out after the fact. And the same thing happened. I believe it happened to George Bush, and even Obama had one where they said, no, he hurt his knee when he was blah, blah, blah. And then, so this thing happened to Trump. They never put out what it was. So this guy is writing the book, and the book's going out. And so Trump yesterday goes, and about that book, I never had a mini stroke. I don't care what the fake news says. I never had it. So that's why Drudge Report wrote the headline, Trump denies having a mini stroke. So,
Well, if he denied it, it must have happened.
well, I mean, I just shared that on my page. I got
Well, what? Go around, come around, kid. To quote Cypress Hill. Don't often get to do that. But yeah, it's he's the one that put the story out about
Yes.
Hillary Clinton having some stroke or something right before the election. Turned out not to be
yeah.
true or whatever. But so stroke for stroke. I mean, that's pretty.
So I literally took the headline from the Drudge Report and I just put it up on my Facebook innocently. And I even I even said,
Come on. Wow, my chair broke on that one.
I even said, I go, listen,
Broke my chair with that nonsense.
I said, I go,
I innocently, totally
Yes.
innocently put something up from the Drudge Report
yeah, but Rocky, here's I go, listen, I didn't
about Donald Trump.
I said I didn't vote for him. I don't like him, but I seriously hope he is okay. And I do mean this. I don't like Donald Trump, but I don't want anything to happen to him. I mean, I certainly hope he's okay. And that was, so I that's all I did is I just put it up and I figured people would look at it. And in fact, a couple minutes later, after I put it up, I put up another interesting photo right after it of what Jesus would have looked like. So anyway, I put up the Trump thing, right?
Innocently.
Yeah.
Who knew that was going to start? I mean, you're not trying to be provocative or anything. That
No,
was an
no.
innocent post.
But I wasn't. That's my
About
point.
concern
Is for
for our
once.
president.
For what? No, I wasn't. It wasn't because of
And our
concern.
president's in all caps, by the way. You can't see me saying that, though.
I put it up just to show. Drudge Report is a conservative news aggregate. I thought it was pretty interesting that they were doing this story. That's all it was. And people were sending me these messages, and going, you MFer, I hope you die. I hope you have someone said, I hope you have mini strokes, Ray. I just couldn't believe that they were that mad at me for putting up a headline from Drudge Report. And my thing was, if you don't like, and of course the amount of people that were saying fake news this, fake news that, I'm like, it's blame the Drudge Report. Don't blame me. So that made up half my day yesterday, was people being angry over the Trump denial of, and that's all it was. It was just Trump denying he had a mini stroke. So either you believe his denial, or you wonder why, of all things he could have picked, he picked mini strokes to deny when no one even mentioned a mini stroke. And then I put up a few minutes later, I put up the scientist along with a Dutch photographer. They've been using this AI program computer. Okay. And they were trying to figure out what Jesus looked like. So they took a picture of Jesus, and he looks like the lead singer of System of a Down.
Saeed from Lost.
Yeah, it does. Looks like Saeed from Lost. Thank you.
Sort of.
Yeah, but that's what he looks like. And then
Little Cat Stevens in there.
Yeah, and there were people that were upset.
It's a wild world.
That I put that up too, and I'm like, why are you angry? Because I just thought it was an interesting thing. You know what I mean? Why was anyone angry that I shared that photo? I couldn't understand it. So I think I'm just gonna, when it comes to Facebook,
What color was Jesus in this photo?
I mean, what
what color was Jesus not in this photo? I guess is the real question.
One woman sent me a message. She goes, Jesus is right, and I refuse to believe any differently. And I go, well, number one, he looks Caucasian in the photo. Just, I mean, Jesus is Jesus. Well, I can't believe there was so much.
He had a badass tan.
Yeah, I can't really. It's close. It's not that bad for my shade. I mean, that's
Not since the episode of Good Times where the little kid wanted to hang up a picture of Black Jesus on the wall, and it turned out to be Ned the Wino, and the mom was having none of it. I haven't heard so much controversy since that episode. What's the kid's name? Eddie?
Michael.
No.
Michael was the young
Michael.
kid, yeah. And JJ was the one. Was the older one. Yeah, it was ridiculous. I couldn't believe anyone would take the time to send a racist message over a picture of Jesus.
We played a song called Black Jesus for about 5 minutes on QLZ by Everlast. I remember that people were calling up like, I'm never listening to your station again. You're playing a song called Black Jesus. And it turned out to be like half about like a basketball player or something that they used to call Black Jesus, or some sort of sports person.
I don't even.
It was like 99, 2000, something like that. But yeah, we used to get calls. How dare you play a song called Black Jesus?
I don't understand this. And my buddy William, who's a preacher, a minister, he actually put on there. He goes, I think it's great. He goes, Jesus is in the eye of, he can look differently. It just depends on who's looking. You know what I mean? I thought it was an interesting thing that he put up about it. But there were people that were upset because Jesus wasn't white. I mean, Jesus lived 2020 years ago, right? I mean,
Jesus is just all white with me. Jesus is just all white.
And
oh,
Jesus was in the Middle East.
I don't care what this guy say. Jesus is all white with me.
Oh my God.
I don't.
Wow, the song just took on a whole new. I am sorry I put that idea out there. That'll be a thing now.
Oh my God.
I don't understand.
I will be singing it that way from now on.
Yeah. I don't understand anyone. I couldn't understand anyone getting upset about Middle Eastern Jesus, considering he was from the Middle East. There was no white people in the Middle East 2020 years ago. The white people all lived in Western Europe or in Northern Europe, and they,
Doesn't in the Bible it said he has hair like wool?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody did put up on the picture, and I don't know if this is true or not. They said, listen, Jesus, everyone knows the picture of Jesus, the white guy, was one of the Pope's children. It was Yellow Fury. He said, I thought it was well known that one of the popes had his kid's picture used for Jesus's artwork. So that was one of the white popes did it.
The really popular one, like the one my parents had, and it's kind of a tannish, goldish background, brownish background. It's all kind of a brownish, tannish kind of thing, orangish. Jesus with the long hair and the beard, like Barry Gibb. That's we researched that. That's the guy that posed for that and got paid for it. And
so Barry Gibb,
that's not
Barry Gibb Jesus. Is that your
yeah.
Jesus?
Remember that? I mean, it's pretty popular. It's the
yeah. He's
one
really,
everybody
It's like
had
the
kind of in the 70s
yeah,
and
the
80s.
standard picture of Jesus that we all
Yeah.
had at Grandma's house. Yeah,
really white Jesus.
with the light eyes. Yeah.
So there's baby Jesus. Everybody loves baby Jesus.
Obi-Wan Kenobi Jesus.
There's Obi-Wan Jesus. There's Barry Gibb Jesus. And now there's Saeed Jesus.
Like, just pick your Jesus.
Yeah. You
Doesn't
guys
matter.
joining us at a very, I think she's got a noisy phone. Yeah, she does. It's Nikki. Hi, Nikki.
Hello?
How are you?
Loud and clear.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, you're actually
Oh.
very clear.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds like she's using the phone lines again instead of the app, but
What?
I'm not going to yell at her. She's doped. Obviously, she's doped up.
She is on the pain pills.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What pain medicine are you in?
Tramadol. Toradol.
Oh,
Fuck it all.
Narco.
Come on, fuck it all.
How many are you supposed to be taking those together?
Well, some was from yesterday and some's from today. I'm very numb.
Wow.
You kind of sound it.
Is it all pills?
No, they gave me a shot of Toradol.
She's in more pain than Doran's pet raccoon
Who?
that had to gnaw of its own leg or whatever.
Well, it did have it amputated yesterday.
Oh, they amputated
it. Went in for surgery. Yeah, went in for surgery, and they amputated it. And I'm actually waiting on a call from the vet so I can pick it up and take it to a rehabber.
Yeah.
But they said you did really well, but at least they didn't have to cut your foot off, Nikki. I mean, you look at it that
I
way.
was at a point where I actually typed that to my sister that I was going to gnaw my foot off.
Well, there's a really good vet that I can recommend if you ever have
It
those
hurts
symptoms again.
so bad.
You were telling family members you're going to gnaw your leg off.
Yes.
Oh, that just
Does it hurt worse than watching the scene in Misery?
I never saw that.
You never saw Misery?
You got to see it now.
Oh, yeah.
Right
You gotta
now.
send her
Well, wait
that clip.
till you're like more, you're not so doped up. And then watch it.
Make sure you're a little more lucid.
You don't even have to watch the whole thing, just the one scene.
I mean,
It hurts.
Yeah.
How did you do it?
I flipped out of my flip flop.
Oh.
Wow. How
I had a
love it.
concussion. I had a concussion from a flip flop one time.
Oh.
Where were you walking when you devoured
Oh,
your tendon?
I was
Margaritaville,
getting into the
obviously.
car.
You were what? You were in the car?
Did she blow out her flip flop or something? That's what she said.
What?
You were in the car?
I was walking to the car, and I flipped out of my flip flop, and my ankle turned, and then I landed on it, and I'm a big girl.
So you went full weight on that ankle.
Oh yeah.
Man,
You snapped that tendon like nothing.
that's horrible. I did that one time at the state fair in flip flops. Yeah. Rolled that ankle. It was bad, really bad. It actually split my fifth metatarsal, like
Oh my God.
down the middle, like a piece of string cheese.
It's swollen and red and purple and yuck.
And it's going to be that way for a while because that's going to take longer to
Mhm.
heal than a break.
And then they gave me crutches, and I can't figure them out.
So
no,
where,
you just stay put, honey, because
So
you
how
on
are you-
crutches.
how are you
you're
going
going
to the
down
bathroom?
again.
Armpit and hand.
how are you going?
No, it's harder than that.
How are you
Oh.
going to the bathroom? How do you go to the bathroom?
I hobble.
You're
Because then
Over
my
to the
apartment's a little
bucket.
small.
somebody
No,
somebody
my
bring her
apartment's very small, so I can hobble and hold on to the wall.
somebody bring her by a bucket.
Oh my goodness.
My sister my oldest sister broke her leg about 10 years ago, and she had a bucket.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I would do. I'd use a bucket.
No.
It was the popcorn bucket, I think, but you know.
That's got a hole in it.
Is this butter? That's a weird taste of butter on this popcorn.
She sounds all kinds of doped up.
Mhm. Brent, tell Brent thank you for that card.
Yeah, Brent, Nikki thanked you. I thought that card was beautiful. We were talking about it.
Oh my
We were
God.
discussing it
It
earlier.
was funny. It was funny.
A lot of love went into that card.
Oh
It
my
really looks
God, a
like
lot
it
of
belongs
time.
on a refrigerator.
Yeah.
Oh no, it doesn't.
It looks like it was drawn by a 4-year-old. I think it looks very nice.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, 4-year-old mentality.
Good old Nikki. So how long before you can walk to go to the bathroom?
I can go to the bathroom now.
I'm telling you, it's gonna. This is
She just has to hobble there.
Yeah, we
Have
just
to
had a whole
hobble there.
conversation.
No, I'm saying you're gonna. Are you on the couch? Are you on the bed? What are you on?
I'm on the couch right now.
You'll shit the. You're gonna shit the couch.
Why not?
Ray.
I'm just learn. You better learn to use those crutches, or you're gonna shit the couch.
Stop it.
It's not. It's like Rocky said. It's
It doesn't sound any better with that
It's
that
armpit
voice
and
of
hands.
concern.
No, I am concerned for her. I'm concerned.
Why are you concerned about my bowel movements?
I'm concerned that you're gonna
Of
shit the
all
couch.
things. I'm
You have to
concerned about
talk
my
about poop.
ankle healing.
No, I'm giving you tough love. I'm giving you tough. You
I
need to
don't need
learn to
tough
use
love.
the. You need to learn to use the crutches.
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to learn it.
They said something about finding a walker.
A walker.
Oh, you give it up.
Oh, can I please put the tennis balls on it so you can like skate around on the carpet? Please, I want that job.
Nikki's hoping that a rock hard Texas Ranger shows up.
I mean, Nikki, how do you get up? How do you get up and get your ice cream sandwiches in the morning?
I don't have any
Walker.
ice cream sandwiches.
Good old Nikki. All right.
Mhm.
Well, I'm sorry
I thought
you're.
I'd pop in and say hello.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you checked in with us. You need to go back to
Mhm.
sleep. It sounds
Mhm.
like we're talking to Elvis the later years.
Mhm.
I'm glad I got a chuckle out of that. All right. Well, congratulations on being out of the hospital. I'm sorry you're doped up. You're on tramadol, Toradol.
7 hours.
What did Rocky
Oh
say?
my
Fuck it.
God.
Fuck it all. Is that what you said, Rocky?
Right.
So tramadol,
I'm
Toradol,
on
fuck it
fuck it
all,
all.
and ibuprofen. Strangely enough. All right.
Mhm.
And Flintstone vitamins.
And then Corey is saying we could take the couch through Recon Text. Yeah, I'm not sure Recon's gonna clean.
Oh my God.
I'm not sure even Recon can clean that. I don't know who'd want that couch. All right, we'll go back to sleep.
Okay.
All right. It's good to talk to you.
Hi.
It's Nikki. Oh wow.
How do I get out of here?
Oh boy.
Hello?
Here, I'll drop you. So you'll be off.
Okay.
There you go. There's poor Nikki.
You didn't.
I was waiting for her to say something. I'm like, come on, say something. So I cut you off in the middle. Oh my God. Poor Nikki. What a mess. What a mess. She sounded high as a kite.
Yeah, that was
Did you see this kid, this little kid? They were at a kite festival. I don't know if you saw the video. I'm just asking Rocky if you saw it, but they were at a kite festival.
didn't see the little kid at the kite festival
Okay,
video.
I'm going to tell you this. You need to look. You need to look at this because it's completely bizarre. There was a kite festival, and this little girl, starts messing with this kite, right? And she gets tangled up in the rope that's tied to the kite. I don't even know, rope, string, whatever it is. She gets tangled up, right? And it was in Taiwan. I saw it on CNN, so I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. But She gets caught up in the strings of the kite, and literally the kite then takes off, and she flies 100 feet into the air, and she gets whipped around by this kite that's just, that's whirling around up there. And it was insane. And then finally somebody catches, she gets close enough to the ground for someone to catch her. I'm telling you, it's the weirdest video. Everybody listening, check out this video. It is insane. And you can find it if you.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
If you look for it, just search for 3-year-old carried away by kite. That's what it's under YouTube as. And you see the kid flying.
I put a link to it in the comments.
There you go. Yeah. You guys have got to watch that. It is insane. Rocky just put it in the chat room. It's a girl getting caught up. And you hear it. And her parents freak out because literally she just flies up in the air like nothing. And I don't know what caused them to be able to catch her, but some sort of something caused that kite to go down, because that kite looked like it was gone. And somehow she gets close enough for someone to catch her.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's like Balloon Boy, but for real.
Yeah. Yeah. It really.
Remember that, the Balloon Kid or whatever?
Yeah, it was like Balloon Boy. Yeah. Except Balloon Boy wasn't in the actual balloon, but this girl was.
That's what I'm saying. It's like Balloon Boy, but for real.
She was tied to the kite. Yesterday, dictionary.com added a bunch of new words. Including.
Now, what is dictionary? How valid is dictionary.com? That's not like Merriam-Webster, is it?
It's growing. Dictionary.com's been around for a while.
Yeah.
And now it's becoming as big a thing as Webster's. I mean,
like it's legitimate.
They do this every year. They add so many words. But here's the words they wrote. They added, Rocky. I want to see if you know them. All right. They added a bunch of words, updating words around race, identity, sexual orientation, and mental health. But they also added some slang terms like goat.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. That should probably be in there.
Do you know what goat means?
The greatest of all time.
Yeah. And jabroni.
Really?
Do you know what jabroni is?
Jabroni? I haven't heard that word in like 20 years.
Yeah.
Isn't that
jabroni
is like an old word?
Yeah, that was The Rock. That was The Rock on
Yeah.
WWE.
Isn't it jabroni like a wrestler that is paid to like not win, paid to lose? He's the fall guy or whatever.
A jabroni is just the guy that loses the match, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's extended since The Rock started saying, and it was The Rock who invented it, or started using it nationally. And ever since then, they say people have started using jabroni as a dumbass, a loser, you know.
Yeah, 20 years ago. That's what I was saying.
But it's now being used. It's being used by enough people in enough situations to where it's actually been added to the dictionary.
Wow.
So
maybe Helmy Don't Play That would be in there.
Yeah. I'm just saying, after this many years, jabroni is now a word.
Wow. Well, usually words like that fade away. They don't become legitimate words.
They also replaced homosexual with gay to get rid of, quote, the implication of a medical diagnosis, sickness, or pathology, because there's nothing sick with being homosexual. So they,
That's not.
I'm just saying, this is what dictionary.com said. They also added swole. SWOLE.
Yeah. That's when you're muscular and you're you've probably just worked out, or if you're Ben Affleck, you just got the electrocutions, and your muscles are all pumped up.
Are you claiming Ben Affleck gets electrocutions?
That's what I heard. Isn't that the story that went around? He got well, I guess electrocutions would mean he was dead,
Yeah.
but he got they figured out a way in Hollywood where you can stimulate people's muscles and make them blow up for like, as long as it takes to shoot a couple of scenes, and that's apparently.
Well, I think Ben Affleck, might have been some weights involved.
Back when they used to, make movies and stuff like that.
Affleck, here's what happened to Affleck. Affleck got cast as Batman, and so he was, he had to work. I mean, if you're getting cast as Batman, you've got to work out,
Well, sure, it's probably a combination of a lot of things. And when you're Ben Affleck and you're owned by Warner Brothers for a year for this movie, you're going to eat what you're supposed to. You're going to work out when you're supposed to. That's your job. It's not just something that you choose, to do.
Brian in the chat room is saying that the Iron Sheik used jabroni many years ago. The Rock.
That's what I thought. I thought jabroni was like an insider word before The Rock started. It was like a word that people. It wasn't like a word people used on stage or in the ring.
Well, they call wrestlers who lose. They call them jobbers, and so it became a jabroni. Yeah. But it was The Rock who brought it into the mainstream when he started saying it in '99. Listen, you jabroni.
Yeah, I had a roommate that watched wrestling constantly, and so I just picked up. I've heard a lot of wrestling, but not seen it.
Listen, jabroni.
Doing something else, and that would be on nonstop.
Nick, let me ask you a question. What do you think? What do you? Nick turned on his mic.
What did you summon?
Nick, what do you think about the violence in the Middle East?
Bunch of jabroni.
It doesn't matter what you think about, That was during that era of The Rock when he was.
Oh my God! Remember the program director Animal?
Yes.
He was all about the wrestling and stuff like that. I cut him off one time. He was on a remote. He didn't care for that. I thought he would like that. He's a big wrestling fan. It's like, hey, what do you think about the? Well, it doesn't matter what you think. They did have some great lines when people like The Rock was on there. The whole pancakes, the pancake thing.
You could take some pancakes and shove them straight up your can. I mean,
no, it was like you'd be out and I guess you have to be in the right situation, but it was like what do you think about pancakes? Oh, okay. Well, why don't you pancake your ass over there and fix us something?
I'm telling you, The Rock was and still is. The guy's amazing. He's got. The stuff that he came up with was brilliant.
100% serious, not sarcastic at all.
No.
I wish he would have run for president.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. The guy can win it.
Absolutely, that's all people are into anymore is personality and put on a show. So if we're gonna do it, let's do it. Let's at least get some showman with some integrity, at least a morsel of it.
Who at least will.
If politics and all that's going to be at the stage is just going to be nothing but show business. Let's do it right.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I thought Oprah would have run.
She wouldn't have won though. The Rock could have won.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. The Rock is when you look back. I mean, The Rock is huge. You can't get much more huge than he is now. But I'm saying, you look at what he was doing 20 years ago. They're now inventing words that he used 20 years ago. I mean, that's pretty cool. They also added,
and he's so fully, well-rounded. He's got the kids with the whatever. He's got the tough guys with the wrestling. He's, athletic, but he's also smart. He should have run for president.
I'll tell you, The Rock is something else. You know who runs his company?
Probably him.
No, his ex-wife. Which is
that's right.
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
right.
it's really unbelievable. He married his college sweetheart, and then he divorced her. Then he got really Hollywood famous. He got a new wife, but still friends with his ex-wife, and he put her in charge of his company. Now his ex-wife is one of the biggest players in all of Hollywood. Danny Gar-
Everybody likes The Rock. You've got the women that could respect him
Yeah.
for still working with his ex-wife, and now she's married. You got the guys who would respect him for going to Hollywood and trading up. You know, everybody.
I mean, what kind of
loves
guy?
The Rock.
What kind of guy? Seriously.
Right.
What kind of guys still love, even though he's not with her anymore, and even though he basically cheated on her and, you know, and divorced her, that's very rare.
Rodney Crowell and Roseanne Cash.
Only you would know an obscure reference that the rest of us have no idea.
That's Johnny Cash's daughter and ex-son-in-law. That's not obscure.
Only you would know that. I just find that
We're
fascinating.
married, got divorced, and worked together still for years after that, writing songs and producing albums.
It's the guy is amazing. I mean, The Rock is he's a likable guy, and their worth has got to be, I don't know what it's got. They got to be approaching $1 billion now. Good for him. I want to give you more of these the words they added. DGAF. What does that mean?
Oh wow, that's now we're getting risque.
Yeah, they added DGAF, which means
it's the title of the song, big song. Don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, these are all been around. I mean, that's what you're saying. They've been around for a while, so now they're official.
Yeah, now they're officially
But,
words.
But that's not a word, though. That's, I mean, if you're going to get into abbreviations, I mean, you got to come up with a whole other website.
AMIRITE. Am I right? They added that one as a word too.
And now we're getting into spelling. Now we're getting silly. Just like everything starts off all right and then just gets silly.
Well, I'm just saying that dictionary.com added new words. The FBI is investigating. Did you? I don't know if you guys heard about this. This is, I don't know. This is in the New York Post yesterday. On Sunday, there were two pilots that were flying at 3,000 feet by Los Angeles International Airport. And they saw a guy dressed in some type of Iron Man-like suit that was flying in the air at 3,000 feet.
Again, this is the New York Post.
There's an
Not the
investigation.
New York Times.
It's an investigation. Yes, it's an investigation. It's an investigation that the FBI and the FAA are both undergoing right now, trying to find out who this person was. There was an American Airlines pilot and a SkyWest pilot who saw the man. And they saw him. He was wearing they said that he was wearing a jetpack-like device and an Iron Man-like costume. And he was flying at 3,000 feet above Los Angeles.
I think that should be the least of our worries right now. Remember when a story like that would be like, what the hell's going on? Now it's like,
Isn't that insane?
They had somebody with a jetpack a long time ago, didn't they? Flying around and they had to
I didn't know.
figure out
I didn't know
how they did
jetpacks
it
were
or
a real
something.
thing. I didn't know jetpacks were a real thing.
Yeah, they tried to market them for a while, right? But they kept exploding or something, or
This guy was flying. It's
oh
crazy.
wait, I'm thinking the
No,
hoverboard.
American 1997. We just passed a guy in a jetpack.
American 1997. Okay, thank you. Were they up to your left side or right side?
Off the left side, maybe 300 yards or so, about our altitude.
We just saw the guy pass by us jetpack. JetBlue 23, use caution. Person in a jetpack reported 300 yards south of the LA final at about 3,000 feet.
Yeah, these guys flying the plane said they saw a guy in a jetpack flying at 3,000 feet. That's the nuttiest thing I heard all day.
Wow. It's only 9:15 though.
Yeah.
Day ain't over yet.
Well, it's early, but still, I find it interesting. Let's take a break. Back with more in a moment.
Make sure you check out the Morning Disaster app on iPhone and Android. You'll find the app in Google Play and the iPhone App Store. The app is brought to you by Recontex. It's time for you to get detail-oriented. They can clean your car inside and out, and consider this a tsunami warning. If you don't get a fresh coat of tsunami from Recontex, your car is going to look old and tired. Call 670-1132, 670-1132, and schedule your detail today. Recontex, 820 East Black Avenue, Springfield.
The morning. I guess let's turn my mic up so I can do this. Head West, you guys. Head West has several locations and delicious sandwiches that can make your day. Head West Subs. It's where you got to go for lunch. Try many of the different. I do turkey and provolone. I do ham and cheddar. I do roast beef and provolone. I'm trying to expand my horizons. Nick, was it you who told me about the barbecue chicken? Somebody was telling me about the barbecue chicken. I want to try that. It's just sandwiches you get from Head West Subs.
You'll love it.
They're fantastic. They have so many locations. You got the Head West on West Jefferson. That's the original one. Downtown, you've got the Head West on the west side over in Robbins Road. You've got Head West on the northeast side off of Denver Drive. You've got Head West in Southern View right on South 6th Street, right down the street from Curve Inn on South 6th Street Road. You've got Head West in Jacksonville, Decatur. Head West, you can serve it cold. You can have it hot. Chips. They have brownies, and my new thing is the caramel and sea salt cookies are unbelievable. Or they have a cookie, they make it with sea salt, and I'm telling you guys, it is so delicious. It is available at Head West. It'll rock your world. Try them today. Head West Subs. Get a great lunch at Head West Subs.
The Morning Disaster is brought to you by DTE Technologies. DTE Technologies has been in the IT business for more than a decade, and they provide efficient and reliable services for a wide range of computer and networking services to businesses of all size and home PC users. DTE can be your IT department 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. DTE specializes in computer networking, computer repair, business consulting, web design, and DTE Technologies can help you save money just by switching your company's landline phones to internet phone service. Call DTE Technologies at 217-408-0001 or email DTE at info@dtetechnologies.com.
Oh, I broke another keyboard. Too much tough typing.
Hey there, I'm Radio Sean Billette.
Whoa, who are you?
Radio Sean Billette. Try to pay attention.
Sorry, I've been up all night on the internet.
And I see you've ruined your keyboard. That wouldn't have happened with the new Warrior keyboard for keyboard warriors.
Looks badass, just like I want to look.
With extra large keys, so you can punch in every word.
Wow.
And it makes life for a keyboard warrior so much easier. When it's in auto mode and it sees Black Lives Matter,
It automatically types all lives matter. That's going to save some time.
more time to go out and have fun with friends.
Oh, I actually don't have
You can even set it to where it automatically shares anything your favorite cable TV host puts out there.
It's like I don't have to think at all. This is awesome.
Maybe you live in a divided house. We have a liberal version too. Save on our LibCon family pack. It contains both versions. Earplugs, divorce papers, and 2 buckets of firecrackers and darts. Imagine a family fun.
Fireworks and darts. Wow, that does sound fun. I love how this keyboard is all camo too.
Sure, you'll never use it in the woods, but we thought it would be important to have a camo keyboard. Also available in a Confederate version.
I guess these are the liberal ones.
Yes, choose from this huge eye.
The woke version?
Guaranteed to find fault with absolutely anyone or anything. Or this one.
What's this, a picture of John Wayne? Is he really doing that to Charlton Heston?
Why, I believe it is. just to piss you off.
Take my money and hook up that keyboard. I feel like doing some tough typing right about now.
I knew you would. I'm radio's Sean Billette for the new Warrior Keyboard for Keyboard Warriors.
That was not the one that I was trying to play, but it's so fun. It's so funny.
You were trying to play a funny one?
No, I was trying to play the new commercial we have for Hendrix, and done by Sean Billette. And so I had it labeled Sean Billette commercial, and that's what I thought it was. And as it turns out, it was the Keyboard Warrior, or the Warrior Keyboard for Keyboard Warriors. But it was so funny, I let it play. This is the one I was trying to play.
When it comes to furniture, bedding, and flooring, if you turn to someone you don't know and trust, you could have a disaster on your hands. There's one place to go: Hendrix Home Furnishings. It's a short drive from Springfield, and they'll deliver to you. Either way, you'll find a kind of great service they provided since 1949. And you'll find top names like Lazy Boy, Sealy, Stearns & Foster, Congolium, Mohawk, and more. So come to Hendrix Home Furnishings, 217 North Springfield in Verdon.
You know, you want to know what's up during this pandemic? UFO sightings. More people are looking for UFOs because sightings are up 51% this year. And people are taking up UFO spotting as a hobby during the pandemic.
Great. Now keep busy doing so. Whatever keeps them busy.
Yeah, well,
keep them occupied.
You're socially distanced. I mean, who wants to be around a UFO spotter? You're socially distanced.
Right.
You're alone in your car, right? It's not like you're, in crowds.
Good time to stop smoking. Because you're already not around people
Well,
that you won't have to annoy. Like people who stop smoking annoy people.
because they won't stop talking about how they quit smoking.
Right.
I mean, you should quit smoking just because if you get COVID and you're a smoker, I'd imagine you're done. But it is crazy that UFO sightings are up. They think it's because, listen, why would, of all the things going on in the pandemic, why would you say, oh, I know something we can do tonight. Let's go out and look for UFOs. That seems, it does seem kind of.
Well, we are in the fourth week of this or whatever. So it's like,
I mean,
people are getting a little desperate for entertainment.
I mean, this pandemic started, this thing could have been over if we'd have done it in February and March.
Yeah, well.
It would have been over. It could have been over in April. Instead.
We didn't. It's not. So here we are months later looking for UFOs.
It said literally, technically it started in the United States in March. And now it's literally September and we're still right in the middle of it. And states are still, we have a county here in Illinois. They just made the county you're in, I think, what county are you in, Rocky?
Madison.
Yeah, your county just got, Pritzker just put it down to whatever yesterday. I can't, whatever level it is for when there's more restrictions. Because there have been so many COVID cases that have popped up.
Yeah, just places closing earlier is a lot of it.
And there are some states that are starting, like one of the states has opened up to outdoor events. I want to say one of the Carolinas has opened up now to allow people to come up to 200 people or something to go to outdoor events, which they just want people to go see high school football games. Is what I think.
Right. Well, there is the outdoor thing. Doesn't seem to be,
Well, when you're outside, it is proven that when you're outside, you are less susceptible to COVID. And that's why they want restaurants to have people eat outside. And, I think that you will see some fans at sporting events later in the season, just because it's outdoors and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's a new symptom with COVID where men's testicles swell up and it will make them infertile.
Well,
Listen. And
we
my-
need a little infertility
Yeah.
around here.
and
Have
my-
you seen people? Have you seen what people are turning into? Little
mean I could've
infertility
saved
might
myself
not be a
1200
bad
bucks?
thing.
I'll tell you what, my testicle swelled up once, or I had a testicle swell up once. Have you guys ever had that happen?
My balls are pretty big anyway.
Right. Nick, have you ever had a swollen testicle?
No, I have not been
All
lucky.
It's not lucky. There's nothing lucky about it. I don't even remember how I did it. I once, I don't know if I cut myself on a zipper or something, but there was an infection. And literally it went from, I was feeling a little uncomfortable at night in my left testicle. And the next day it was the size of a softball. It was unbelievable.
Wow.
It blew up that much.
I mean, not even a baseball, a softball.
No, it literally,
wow.
it blew, it was like, it was this big around. I can't even, I would have been impressed at how it looked in my pants, except it hurt so much.
Yeah, that's not the bulge you want.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it was amazing what happened to my testicle. And it was overnight when it happened.
How old were you when this happened?
This happened in 2012, maybe. Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. And it was, I cut like my zipper or something. I was doing a Pickles gig, or I was playing a band called 2 Ton Baby. And I caught it in a zipper, my testicle, and it next thing you know, a couple days later, it blew up. And I was at a talkathon. We were doing a talkathon for WMAY. And literally I was passing out. And Jim Leach goes, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Dude, I don't know." And then I'm like, "I don't know what's happening." And then I look down and I go, "Oh my God, my testicle looks like a football." And I had to call my wife, and she came and took me to the emergency room, and the nurse, took down my pants and goes, "Oh my God, she goes, "Oh, well, oh my God, well, that's not normal." And then they,
You never want to have a nurse say, "Oh my God," out of shock. Like, I've never seen that before. It's not a good reaction in the hospital.
you don't want a nurse saying that's not normal. Especially when
What
looking
the
at
hell?
your, especially when looking at
Not a
your,
good-
your
Yes.
testicle. And of course, the worst part is the penis did not match the testicle. I mean, it was very embarrassing.
Well, that's the thing. If your balls are bigger, then anything around the balls is going to look smaller.
Yes,
That's what.
exactly. Yeah.
There's no benefit to having big balls.
Why couldn't I'll take a swollen penis. I couldn't get a big girthy swole on.
Right.
No, I just got one of my testicles, and it was just one of them.
Just easier target for somebody to kick or to graze.
So
that's all it is.
The left one swelled up so much that the right one still was regular sized. So it looked like it was one giant coconut in my scrotum with a little nub on it.
A mini me.
I don't even know how to describe it. But they gave me 1,500 milligram antibiotics that I had to take. And literally it took 6 days of antibiotics before it finally went down to normal.
Look like one of those NASA shots where it shows the moon right here and then the earth is real small next to it.
It was amazing. It was painful, and I don't wish it upon anyone. It's terrible. So I went through that once. So this is a sign of COVID now. You can have your testicles swell up and you can get infertility. Men, that's one of the symptoms. I'll have to call my brother-in-law and see if he got that. Because he just went through COVID. I'll see if his testicles swell up. Let's see. A public health professor at Yale, an Ivy League professor, has suggested that colleges allow students to play outdoor beer pong at their universities. Here's his reasoning. Rocky, I bet you could actually figure this out, what his reasoning is.
If we don't have organized parties outdoors, the students are just going to have their own parties indoors.
Yeah. The students are his take is the students are sneaking parties. They're doing it. Like ISU in a normal, they're having online classes. The kids are living in the dorms, but they're going to school online.
This guy is like the cool mom that let all the kids drink at her house as long as nobody
you
drove
leave
home.
the cars. Yeah, as long as you leave the keys. But I mean, it's reasonable. It's reasonable. So he's saying that the kids are having parties anyway. Like at ISU, they've had 1,000 cases of kids that have gotten COVID, and they can't figure out. They're like, where the fuck are these kids getting COVID? Well, my daughter knows people that go there, and she's like, they're having parties every weekend. And I go, what? She goes, that's how they're getting COVID. She goes, they have parties. And I go, well, they're not allowed to have parties. She goes, they're fucking high school kids. They're going to find a way to have parties, which is what they're doing. So maybe if this Yale professor's theory is, if you just come up with an activity the kids do outside, that they have
That's
to
where I
do
said
outside.
it was going to go. I said one side, you got two sides, and I said that, I predict that it's going to be the rules and regulations that start getting lightened up, and people are eventually just going to go, hell with it, do whatever.
That's what this guy's suggesting they do at these colleges. He's like, these
Slowly
kids,
going that way.
He's saying these kids don't care. They're not going to forego partying. You're paying. Listen, I was thinking to myself at 18, as pro-mask as I am now, when I was 18, I would have gone to parties. There's no doubt in my mind. I mean, I was thinking about when I was 18, there was the AIDS crisis was going on. HIV.
I was getting ready to say it's like being gay in the AIDS, and you're just kind of like, well,
I'm telling.
Maybe I won't get it if I'm drunk enough and it's 2:00 in the morning.
I mean,
a lot of that going on.
I'm thinking back to the 80s, and as pious as I am now, or as great as I say I am now, I was having unprotected sex with girls I would meet that night. In the days of when AIDS was happening. So I mean, it was completely stupid, but I was 18 and I seemed like I could live forever. So I'm sure these kids these days are doing the same thing.
That was what the Lake of the Ozarks was all about. That was what the big, whatever that other big college party was all about. It's like they don't, you're invincible.
Yeah. And now you're
Plus, you don't see it. It's not in your world. You don't see your friends or whatever getting it and getting sick and going to the hospital, being on a ventilator. I mean, that's other people. That's old people. That's people on TV, whatever.
Well, and if you're 18, you're saying, well, you could get swollen testicles and be infertile. And there's some guys that are saying, well, that doesn't seem that bad. That doesn't seem that bad.
Right.
It doesn't seem that bad when you're 18.
As long as it's testicles and not testicle.
Yeah. Well, I'm just telling you, it's
you always want that, no matter the size, you always want them both to be around the same size.
and you don't know what you're missing in having a kid if you've never had one. Like if I'd never had a child, I would have no idea what I was missing by not having one, having not had one.
Peace and fucking quiet.
Well, I'm just saying that because your whole life you've never had a child. But I'm saying
dark hair. This is what you're missing when you have a child.
That's
a full head of dark hair.
That's how I was, but I'm saying
child will take care of that.
After I had a child, I wished I'd had more. But if I was 18, fuck, I wouldn't care. I'd be like, are you kidding? Let's party. Woo! 200 people were on a flight from Greece to the UK. Had to end up quarantining because They tested people on the flight. 16 of them tested positive for COVID. Good Lord. I had a friend yesterday who went to Florida and he just got back. And in order for him to go back to work, he had to get a test. The work said, nope, you're not coming back. You went to Florida. You're not coming back until you get tested. He went to Walgreens on, I think he said 9th Street. He got his test results in an hour and a half.
I can imagine people wanting to be tested when they come back from Florida.
Why is
Multiple tests.
Why is it
IQ test, COVID test,
STDs? No, but
STD test,
literally, he got his test results back in 90 minutes. I didn't know we were that quick. So I didn't know
tooth count.
I didn't know the testing had gotten that advanced, because everybody that I hear, they still had to take 5-6 days to find out anything.
Well, maybe if it's gotten that advanced, maybe that we're that much closer to a vaccine then.
Dr. Fauci said that if the testing the testing they're doing now, that if the testing continues to go this well, that he foresees we could have a vaccine later this fall.
Right after Election Day.
Dude, wouldn't it be, in all seriousness, wouldn't it be
When it all
awesome?
goes away.
Wouldn't it be awesome if we can get a vaccine by Christmas or Thanksgiving or even Halloween? It's not going to happen for Halloween, but wouldn't it be nice? I'd take that vaccine. I saw some people on Facebook yesterday saying, I don't care. I'm never going to take a vaccine. I'll take that vaccine. If I hear people are taking it and not dying, I'm right there.
That's when you want to look at them and be like, you already have.
41,000 or 42,000 cases in the U.S. yesterday. 1,164 new deaths yesterday. 6.2 million cases in the United States total, with almost 190,000 deaths. Oh my God. This COVID stuff is just tragic. I'm telling you, the vaccine cannot come soon enough. The 6 most common things that go wrong when we order delivery. Nick, how many times you order in delivery during the week? Are you guys ordering delivery or cooking or what? Is he not there?
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
sorry. What?
I said,
What'd
how
you
many
say?
times are you ordering delivery during the week?
Not that many.
What are the most common things that go wrong with delivery?
Someone's eaten it already.
We've never had a problem with any delivery here, but at my sister's house where my mom lives, it's problem after problem after problem. The number one problem, they get the wrong address. There's something with the GPS. She lives on a street. There's also an east version of that street. And every time, I say 3 out of 4 times they go to the east street, and because there's some mess up with the GPS. So I would say that would be in there.
Can I point out that?
And if you don't click on, hand it to me because of the COVID, it defaults to leave it at the door. So like 3 different times, we've had drivers just leave it at the wrong house and take off, and we don't. An hour later, we're still waiting for the food. They're like, we dropped it off.
So you're saying somebody that has a similar address is getting free food?
Yes, 3 times.
Can I point out that Nick said, I just don't want to let that lay out there. He said the biggest problem with delivery is someone eats the food. So what, the delivery person is eating the food?
I've heard stories.
You're having half-eaten food delivered?
Well, like if you get like fries, someone's eating all your fries or whatever.
What kind of delivery person is eating the fries?
The same ones that drop it off at the wrong house.
Hungry one.
Terry and I are becoming like DoorDash experts because that's all we do every weekend, because he doesn't want to do, any of that. He wants to relax. So it's like, we've noticed that they've become more and more secure as the months have gone on. Now, it's the last time we did, this last weekend, we got a sealed bag, like completely like heat sealed with the then restaurant bag inside of it.
I've never ordered DoorDash. DoorDash, they go to any restaurant and pick stuff up. Is that how it works?
selected restaurants that they work with, it's a phone app, so you
Oh.
can see what restaurants they deal with. But it's just about all of them. It's about 70% for the restaurants that are around. Fast food or fork and knife.
I got to be honest. When I order delivery, it's always my wife. I don't know what her deal is. Like even if I want to order a pizza or something, she'll go get it. She never lets the delivery person bring the food over to the house. You know what I mean?
Well, it's getting more, like I said, if she's worried about somebody touching the food or eating, and it's getting more and more secure, that's for sure.
It's crazy. I'm like, I'm not sure what she's afraid of, but she doesn't want the delivery person bringing it by. Because I was like, I ordered a Head West the other day, and she's like, I'll go get it. And I'm like, I mean, you're gonna just have it delivered. She goes, no, I'll just go get it. And so she constantly
doesn't want people finding out where Ray Lytle lives, and then
People
you
don't-
have to start the crowd control and the
people don't care where Ray Lytle lives.
You'd have to get the guards, and you'd have to put up fences, and
But
get a couple dogs.
Even with pizzas and stuff, she's going to get it. And I'm like, just order it. Just have them bring it here. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening with that, but I've never used
She wants to
DoorDash.
get the hell out of the house away from you for 5 minutes.
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
If just for 5 minutes.
I think it's I want to get the hell away from him. And I'm a little insulted by that.
She will drive to the post office and pick up the mail every day.
To get the hell away from me.
Drive all the way to the post office just to get a Bed Bath & Beyond coupon.
That's what I'm getting at. Oh, well.
Where is that on the list? The wrong address.
All right, here's the place. Number 1. Or no, let me start with 6. I'll go backwards. Number 6, the driver had attitude or behavioral problem.
That's never happened to us.
Yeah, no, the delivery person's all usually nice, right? Number 5.
He had one walk up in a Kanye for President shirt, and I'm just like, you really don't want to do that, dude, but that's not really an attitude.
Number 5, the food never arrived. That would be yours, Rocky. The food never arrived.
Yeah.
Brought it to the wrong address. Number 4, the driver got lost.
Same thing.
Number 3, the food was cold or not fresh. But you know what? I can get that driving through the drive-through. That's astounding to me. When you go through the drive-through and you get your food and it's cold.
It's been sitting there.
It's like, what
One
the
thing I
fuck?
forgot to mention about one of the 3 times that it was taken to the wrong address, we got our order then in less time than it would have taken to drive to the restaurant and have it remade and whatever. This driver person went to that other house, took that shit off the porch, and then delivered it to us because it was cold.
Really?
Yes. Which I don't think you're supposed to do that. I don't think you're supposed to leave the food unoccupied, sitting outside on some random person's porch, and then go back 15 minutes later and pick it up, take it to the right house.
The driver knew he screwed up, or he found out he screwed up, and he went and picked it up, brought it back, and you guys ate it cold.
Yes.
Did you tip him?
Figuring out halfway through, oh wait, this was left on somebody's front porch for 20 minutes. Because the rest of them, it would be like the driver has gone back to the restaurant's got your order again. Okay,
Yeah.
the driver's.
Did you tip the
Yeah.
guy?
It was my sister that dealt with it. So, and when she deals with shit, I find another place to be in the house. I'm not around her when she deals with people. Jesus.
Number 2, some items were wrong. And number 1, the delivery was late. Those are the biggest arguments that people have.
So 1, 3, and 4 happen all at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, if the driver gets lost because they went to the wrong address, that's why the food is late or doesn't come. So
That's what I think anyway.
But I've never had attitude from anybody.
Now, most delivery drivers are really cool. I don't think I've ever had a problem with anybody. I think most of us the lateness is probably the big thing. Of course, if you're having you're having food that's being eaten by the delivery driver, that would be a problem. That would be a problem, I would imagine.
It's never happened to me. It's just something I've heard.
The app is so incredible. You can follow the driver and see where they're going on certain ones. You know, like you can see that they've stopped at the railroad track and they're sitting there. You know, and if they're like 15 minutes late because of that, that's nothing the driver did. It's a train.
How do you tip them? You tip the driver, or does the
On the
restaurant,
app.
or does the restaurant take care? Oh, so it's sort of like Uber.
Yeah, you don't have to give the cash or anything to the. It's all taken. They just hand you the food, walk away.
I like that. And that's the restaurant has to be part of DoorDash to do it.
Yeah, they work with DoorDash and they show up on the. It's an app, so the restaurant will show up on the app, and like I said, it's everything from fast food to the fork and knife places.
How much more does it cost?
I don't know. It's not really that much more. It's like $4 or something.
I'm gonna download DoorDash today. I'm gonna try it. Well, I mean,
the thing that I've
this
noticed on
weekend.
mine, I don't know if it works this way on all phone, but you have to sign in every time, and that's just annoying. I hate shit like that.
I don't like signing in.
Yeah, I don't like to sign in every time you use it.
Speaking of apps, take this with a grain of salt. But I was told that the problems with our iPhone app, and here's what it is: not everybody has the problem. At least it's what I was told yesterday. Is it's got to do with the operating, so the OS on your iPhone is somehow connected to the problem. But I was told yesterday that this new update that is going through as we speak, I don't know when it will be approved, will fix all the problems with the iPhone. Because the Morning Disaster app has had some problems with the iPhone, and the Listen Live function, which is brought to you by Recon Text, you guys, it should be working. But for some reason, iPhone users have had problems. However, I was told it is being fixed. And for those of you who also have downloaded us on your iPad, you will no longer have a problem either somehow, which I didn't even know there was a problem on the iPad. I found that out yesterday.
Well, anything on the iPhone is usually going to be the same.
Yeah.
On the iPad.
I didn't know there was a problem on it, but I was told yesterday there was. So they're saying that's going to be fixed as well.
Probably doesn't work on the iMac either.
I just want people to be able to download the show or download the Morning Disaster app and click Listen Live and listen live. And or if they're on Facebook, just watch us live. That's what I want. And let's hope that gets done as quick as possible. But Kathy says she's on her iPhone watching on Facebook. That seems to be a good way to do it.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Just
You
watch
just
the
open the
show.
Facebook app.
Yeah.
You can see the chat and everything.
I mean, I know more people listen to, and I love you guys do it. Thank you so much. I love you guys for doing it. But more of you listen to the audio than watch the show. And I'm just saying that try watching the show once in a while. You'll be entertained. All right. Speaking of the show, we should probably wrap it up. It's almost 10 o'clock. Thank you so much, everybody. We're back tomorrow with another new show starting at 8 o'clock. It is Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster, brought to you by Recon Text, Head West, Hendricks Home Furnishings in Verdon, Simply CBD, Core Installation, Furniture and Supply, and DTE Technologies. We are so happy and proud to do the show, and I appreciate everybody that listens. And if you haven't seen Brent's artwork for Nikki, look on the Morning Disaster Facebook page because it's a treat. All right, and we'll wrap up today's program as we always do and invite you to come back tomorrow and listen to a brand new show starting at 8 o'clock. Bye.
You better wake up, sleepyhead, and get your fat butt out of bed. There's a man who got up at 4 a.m. just to play you Zeppelin and Pearl Jam. Raymond Lytle is his name. Some have called him just a bit insane. the key, get on the road now. With Central Illinois, morning way to get down. It's nasty, it's dirty, but it's funny, 'cause it's the Raymond Lytle's morning disaster. He's lewd, he's rude, he's crude, but it doesn't matter, 'cause he's the morning master of rock and roll and laughter. Raymond Lytle's morning disaster. Sean Bullen Scott, news and sports. Bodine's running down North Grand in his undershorts. Michelle will dwell on things colored pink and purple. They'll explain why Jim made a remake of that movie called The Black Hole. Slam the door, turn the key, get on the road now. The Central Illinois morning way to get down. It's nasty, it's dirty, but it's funny, 'cause it's the Raymond Lytle's morning disaster. He's lewd, he's rude, he's crude, but it doesn't matter, 'cause he's the morning master of rock and roll and laughter. Raymond Lytle's morning disaster.
Thank you so much for listening. The replay of today's show is going to start literally in just a couple of seconds. The replay on Facebook will start soon after that. Thank you so much. We're back tomorrow at 8 a.m. So come back and hang out with us. So long, everybody. America's sweetheart, global internet sensation, Nick Talk _.